Hello and welcome to VanQuest, a business quiz presented by Venkateshwara College of Computer Applications and Management, Coimbatore, an exclusive college offering programs in MCA and MBA. I hope all the participants have submitted their responses on time. Now let's look at the answers. Viewers are welcome to comment their answers in the live chat. Now let's get started with the question number 1. You can see the image of a flight on your screens. The question is, which country's national carrier is El Al? It is also considered as one of the most secure airlines in the world due to its unique feature as the only commercial airline with an onboard anti-missile system, a feature attributed to its complex relationships with neighboring countries. Look at the colors of the aeroplane. That might help you. You need not know anything about this aeroplane beforehand. Just look at the colors and think of something in the news that will help you for sure. Which country is this? If you have any guesses about the answer, please comment in the live chat. So the answer is Israel. So now the question might be making sense to you. A country with complex relationships with all its neighbors. So they don't know when the missile is going to come and attack them, and they have an anti-missile system on board. Question number 2 on your screens now. Which goddess was honored with the founding and naming of a city in Punjab by Alexander to commemorate his victory in the Battle of Hydaspes, alongside the city named after his favorite horse, Bucephalus? Remember, this is a business quiz and we are talking about a sports brand. And we are also talking about a goddess after whom a city was named in Punjab, which is not existing in the modern day, but it was established by Alexander after his victory over Porus in the Battle of Hydaspes. So which goddess are we talking about? Remember, this is a business quiz. Any guesses? Please mention in the comment section. And the answer is Nike. Nike is the goddess of victory in the Greek mythology. So after the victory over Porus, Alexander built two cities named Nicaea and Bucephala. So Nicaea is named after the goddess of victory, Nike, after whom the sports brand Nike is also named. Question number 3 on your screens now. Max Entertainment. Which Tokyo-based corporation is the parent company of Max Entertainment, a prominent entertainment conglomerate in India? Very simple question. Just look at the image. There is a hint there and there are multiple hints in the question. Just read carefully. A very simple answer. A Tokyo-based conglomerate owning an Indian entertainment conglomerate. Which company am I talking about? The answer for this is Sony. The Sony Max and all the Sony channels. So it's owned obviously by the Sony Corporation of Japan, who owns it through a company called Max Entertainment. Moving on to question number 4 on your screens now. This is a simple working mechanism behind which olden day technology, also in a way responsible for assigning shorter or lower value STD codes for major cities while allocating longer or higher value STD codes for smaller towns. Look at the video. It must remind you of an olden day technology, and read the question again. That will give you multiple hints. Shorter or lower value STD codes for major cities and higher or longer STD codes for smaller towns. Like Delhi has 011 and smaller towns have many times 4-digit STD codes. So which olden day technology am I talking about? The answer for this is the rotary dials. In the olden days, we used to have this rotary dials on the telephones. If you have to dial a number like 8 or 9, you have to go from all the way down to the top, and the dial should come back and it should go back again if there is another number which starts from 9 or 8. So the cities with higher call densities used to have lower STD codes, because unlike today, there used to be telephone exchanges where you have to call to the telephone exchange first, and the people at the telephone exchange will connect the call to the destination. So the cities with higher call densities like Delhi and Bombay were given lower STD codes so that the telephone operators can easily dial or connect to the higher cities. The towns with lower call densities were given higher values, so they had only few calls in a day, so it was not a problem to dial higher values once or twice in a day. So that is the reason why we have smaller STD codes for the bigger cities and longer or higher STD codes for the smaller towns or cities. Moving on to question number 5. You can see a chart here. What is the name of the chart which shows a stock's price movement with 3 peaks in which the middle one is higher than the others and shares its name with a well-known anti-dandruff shampoo by Procter & Gamble. So you can see the image of a chart here. The middle one is higher and the other 2 peaks are lower. What is the name of this chart that also shares its name with a popular anti-dandruff shampoo by P&G? An easy question. The answer for this is Head and Shoulders. If you notice in the graph, the peak in between is higher and the other 2 are lower. That reminds you of Head and Shoulders and also the famous shampoo Head and Shoulders. Question number 6 on your screens now. Which commodity manufactured by Gandhi on April 6th was purchased in an auction by Dr. Kanuga on April 13th, 1930 for 1600 rupees in those days? So look at the dates. Those are the giveaway dates for anyone who have gone through the Indian history in the schools. So which tiny quantity of a commodity was purchased with 1600 rupees by Dr. Kanuga in an auction? Look at the dates. They are the biggest giveaways in this question. The answer for this is the salt. The salt manufactured by Gandhi at the end of Dandi March on the beaches of Dundee. So he manufactured a pinch of salt which was literally purchased for 1600 rupees by Dr. Kanuga. Moving on to question number 7. Which alphanumeric English expression means excellent or first grade? Originated from the practice of breeding ships with vowels and numbers, wherein the vowels indicated the condition of the ships and the numerals indicated the state of equipment. Think about a very small English expression that means excellent or first grade, and it is an alphanumeric expression. What more hints can I give? It's an alphanumeric expression that means excellent at first grade, that originated from the practice of grading the ships way back in 18th century. The answer is A1. As you can see on the screen, the vessels that are marked A are first class, I, E, O, U have second, third and fourth, fifth respectively. Similarly, 1, 2, 3 are for the quality of the equipments or materials inside a vessel. Next question, question number 8 on your screens now. Which prominent Indian conglomerate serves as the parent company of India's largest commercial printing firm that publishes yellow pages and also ventured into the film industry through Cutting Edge Entertainment in 2004. So this is the only film they produced which turned out to be a dud. So which Indian conglomerate ventured into Bollywood through this film and through a banner called Cutting Edge Entertainment? The answer is Tata. So the Tata had a company called Tata Press, which was later changed to Tata Infomedia, which is continuing till date. And they ventured into Bollywood in between through a banner called Cutting Edge Entertainment. Question number 9 on your screens now. Look at the advertisement and simply tell me which steel plant under Steel Authority of India Limited published this advertisement promoting their stainless steel products. Look at the ad closely, there are multiple hints there. The answer for this is Salem Steel Plant. Question number 10 on your screens now. How do we currently identify the product which was initially launched by a company whose name was derived from the Latin word for cool and eventually evolved into a generic name? So this was the company who released the first of its kind product, which you can see in the image. The company was named something, and the name of the company is now a common word which is used for the similar product produced by any other company in the world. So which name am I talking about that is derived from the Latin word for cool? Look at the image and read the question again. You will have the answer in your mind. The answer for this is fridge from Frigidaire. Frigidus in Latin means cool, and the appliance that helps to keep the things cool was branded as Frigidaire, and that ended up being the name of the appliance irrespective of which company manufactured it. Next question, question number 11 on your screens now. What unconventional method of news transmission facilitated the fastest possible message transfer in the mid-19th century that was used by Paul Reuter before founding Reuters, which was founded with the help of telegraphy technology. So the Paul Reuters, the founder of Reuters news agency, had a different news agency before he founded Reuters. And that news agency used an unconventional method of news transmission from one place to another place. So what is that unconventional method before the introduction of telegraphy or telegram? An unconventional method which has been used for centuries but used commercially, that too for news publication, by Paul Reuter. The answer for this is pigeons. As we all know, pigeons were used to transfer messages in the olden days, but this man used pigeons to transmit news from one place to another place, which was the fastest medium available at that time, and hence he made a lot of money. Question number 12 on your screens now. You can see the cover of a book called Almond Eyes and Lotus Feet, but the question is not about that. The question is, this cover was originally the print advertisement of which British soap in the early 20th century, of which the company claims to be pure and free from any harmful substances. So think of a clear, simple, pure soap which was marketed through this print advertisement. So which British soap is the question? The answer for this is the Pears soap. So all the advertisements of Pears in the early days, either in India or in Europe, were hand painted something like this. So this advertisement was used as the cover of this book. Question number 13 on your screens now. Which symbol often used in the technology space is called as elephant's trunk in Sweden, a monkey in Serbia, a delicate part of monkey in Holland, and a snail in Korea? Look at the shapes in the image and think of a symbol in the realm of basic internet communications, and you will have an answer, a very simple question with a very simple answer. Just look at the images, think different, and you will have the answer with you. Answer for this is @ symbol. Although this symbol was in use for centuries, Ray Tomlinson was the first person to use it in an email communication somewhere in 1970s, where internet was not existing, but they had an internal communication system somewhere in CERN. So he used @ symbol for the first time to send a communication between two computers. Next question, question number 14 on your screens now. Which English word has its origin in medieval French meaning divide into small pieces and was initially associated with tailors who sold individual pieces of clothing rather than whole unstitched sheets of fabric? So think of places where the things are sold in tinier quantities rather than being sold as a whole. An easy question. Another hint for you, multiple conglomerates in India are fighting for their own share in this space, like Tata, Reliance, Birla, and everyone else. So which English word am I talking about? The answer for this is retail. Next question, question number 15 on your screens now. Which individual not only headed his advertising firm but also authored numerous books, his most renowned work being Confessions of an Advertising Man? You can see the picture of the man we are talking about and also the book we are talking about. So who authored this book? Who is the man that can be seen in this picture? Answer for this is David Ogilvy. Moving on to question number 16. The ready money family of Mumbai earned their surname by serving as bankers to the British in 18th century due to their constant availability of money with them. They achieved their wealth and fame through the export of which controversial commodity to China? There were even wars to export this particular commodity to China in 18th century. So which commodity are we talking about that the ready money family has earned their wealth from? The answer for this is opium. Moving on to question number 17. What Indian connection unites Sri Lanka, Afghanistan and South Africa cricket teams participating in the 2023 Cricket World Cup? Remember, this is a business quiz and we are asking for an Indian connection that unites Sri Lanka, Afghanistan and South African cricket teams. A very simple question. If you're watching cricket, you'll know this. The answer for this is Amul. So the Amul is either kit sponsor or the sleeve sponsor for all these three teams. Question number 18 on your screens now. Look at the logos. So these are the logos of subsidiaries of which automobile conglomerate that started its journey in textile business and even has a city named after it in Japan. So look at the logos and give me a company which has subsidiaries with these logos. The answer for this is Toyota. So there is a city in Japan named Toyota where there are a lot of Toyota factories present. Penultimate question on your screens now. Bill and David co-founded which information technology company in this garage and named it after their surnames by tossing a coin to decide whose name to be placed first. So you can see a garage there. Which company was founded in this garage by these two gentlemen? The answer for this is Hewlett Packard, HP. The final question on your screens now. Thomas Monroe, the governor of Madras in the early 19th century, donated huge brass vessels and allotted the revenue of one taluk to which rich organization to serve food to all its visitors every day. Even to this day, these vessels are called Monroe vessels and the food is known as Monroe's food. So which rich organization am I talking about where these vessels are used even to this day? This event happened way back in 1827, but to this day, these vessels are still used at this particular organization. So which organization am I talking about? And the answer is the Tirumala Tirupati temple. If you are a final year undergraduate and you miss this prelim or miss to be among the top 3 scorers, you can test your luck in the offline preliminary round that will be held at Coimbatore on 18th of November. For more details, visit www.tackon.org/VanQuest. Meet you all at Coimbatore and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to TackOn TV. Until next time, stay curious.